What market value will project 10,000 bring to your market, and why should this dynamic be trusted? As a disclaimer to this YouTube, I am going to be presenting tomorrow this concept to the Cincinnati Market Better Business Bureau annual meeting. And this is going to be something that I want to share with better business bureaus anywhere in the 387 metropolitan statistical areas in the United States, Wikipedia defined. And so it's really, really important to me. So my name is David. My unique Google algorithm, which they created on their own, and sent an email to me about 8 years ago. Their algorithm for me would be David F. Small Biz David Leopold. What a great gift! And I worked for it. I did the things that I thought I needed to do to get it, but thank you Google for recognizing. And the crazy thing about it all is that with all of the commotion that I am seeing hourly on in cyberspace, with absolutely AI intelligence driving the process, not a question in my mind. It's amazing. So what I have committed to do is something very special, and let's talk about it. 53 years ago, I became a third generation small business owner in my family. I became a publisher just as my father was. My maternal grandfather, had other things going on, but he was an outstanding small business owner. And I started out as a very traditional publisher. I got a picture somewhere of a original printing presses that I started publishing on, and then actually the press that I have back there is very similar to a press. I don't know if it's the same one or it's similar to. It's definitely similar to a press that my printer, who was printing my publication, wanted me to buy. He wanted me to buy the business from him and his brother. And they actually were my father's printers for, I don't know, 6 years. Yeah, they were my father's printers for 6 years, and they weren't getting along, and so they wanted me to take it over. And I decided that at that point in my life, I was only 24 at the time. I was not ready to buy printing presses. The publication was going to absorb my focus, so that was going to be it. So it was 17 years ago that I published it was 17 years ago that I published my first YouTube. Since that time, I have produced over 2,500 hours of YouTubes, live stream YouTubes, and other things that I was doing on entrepreneurship and small business. It was just in the last 3-4 years that I began to take a really different focus on what it is that I wanted to do and how I was going to accomplish it. So that's where we are today. Another statement that I need to make: 53 years ago, I conscientiously made I chose to be a direct marketer. And that is very different to what most folks are knowledgeable about. Uh, I have been very blessed in the last 53 years to create a project for me, for myself, to see what I could do with it and get it working. And then when I was satisfied that it was working properly, I would then share that with other folks who could take it to the areas where I've been able to take it for myself. Very simple, very, very simple concept. And that's what we're doing. It's well, what did I say here? I very simply share my marketing and sales strategies with clarity, passion, persistence, and patience. And so far, I have always achieved the desired results. And I just want to share those experiences with 10,000 folks so that I can mentor them to establish, create their own marketing and sales value, trust, story, statement. I've been doing it for a long time, so that's what I want to share with those 10,000 folks. It was just last week. Just last week that I finally decided that the number was 10,000. And I will digitally produce and publish 10,000 stories about marketing, sales, value, trust, spread across the 387 metropolitan statistical areas. That's what we're going to do. And I developed the concept here in the Cincinnati market where I've lived for the last 37 years. It's taken me 3 years actually to research, to test, to try, to finally come up with what it is that I personally need to do as a part of my legacy story. So that's why we're doing it. So here's a storyline. I always said I will publish 10,000 19-minute market sales value trust stories among 375 Wikipedia defined response search terms. I already said that. Number 2, I will give the right of first refusal on my time, and it will go to any of the 400,000 Better Business Bureau accredited businesses, of which I have been since 2010 here in Cincinnati. They will have the right of first refusal of my time to produce these value and trust videos. if you are not currently at 400,000, there are going to be a lot of folks who do not currently have uh, uh, that designation, and I understand that totally because uh, the first weekend in March 2020, there were a lot of folks that said you can't come back to work. You have to stay at home to do whatever it is you're going to do. And that happened to me. And what happened to me was that I started to put all of this together. It just made sense. So for those folks who do not have a accredited business designation, you will have to have a 10-minute max uh, marketing, sales, value, trust triage with me personally, 10 minutes. And at the end of 10 minutes, I will tell you what you need to do to go where you want to go with your business. I'll give you that information. So uh, if if you need to, I don't have. If you need to uh, uh, contact me, or you have a question and you want to pursue the conversation, my email address is dleopold@davidsbarter.com. I will post it in this YouTube, and I am actually, well, as I said, I'm going to present these ideas to uh, the Cincinnati Market Better Business Bureau tomorrow, and uh, let me tell you uh, what uh, why it's going to be a lot of fun to do it. So, okay, so it will a business, and I'm going to specifically target community banks in the 387 markets, because absolutely a community bank will create better value than a national bank or a strong regional bank. Uh, Community banks will get the greatest value return. And without a question, their lifetime value, customer care lifetime value will be, I will guarantee an enhancement of that, because I've been doing it for uh, 53 years. And so that will be another return that that investment will bring. So we're not done yet. On the Saturday that we agree upon, they will be my co-host, my sidekick, in my every Saturday is Small Business Saturday live stream on uh, YouTube, Facebook Live, LinkedIn. I do it every Saturday. I try to do it at 10 o'clock in whatever time zone I am in. So far, it's worked out pretty well. Who knows what's going to happen for the future? But regardless, whatever is the agreed upon Saturday, that community bank, we will work together to absolutely, uh, by the end of the 60 minutes, the value that they bring to the marketplace will be demonstrated, and for sure, and the trust factor, because we are working towards that trust factor together, that will become a part of the whole system. It is part of the whole system. That's how it works. And uh, here's where I've added another dimension to that $50,000 investment. Uh, 1 day a week, any student in the market where that community bank is, any student, be they elementary, middle school, high school, college. I actually have worked with all of those levels in the last 36 years here in Cincinnati. Starting in 2007, when I published this book, and I made it available to, I made it about 2,500 copies of it available to all the students that I went into their classrooms, and we shared, we talked, we motivated, and so I'm going to do that in these. I call them Zoom-like. I am really not a big fan of Zoom technology. I have been a customer of Zoom, a paying customer of Zoom 3 times in my life. I've had 3 subscriptions, and all 3 times I had to cancel the subscriptions because they were not handling my customer care needs. And extremely important to anybody, but a publisher. So I had to go in a different direction, but that's insignificant. We'll have these big rooms, and they will have to somehow be invited. We'll figure out the process to get into the room. Actually, it will just be them sending their email address to me, and then I will send them an invitation to get into it. It's a logistic that I've done many times. Not to worry. So when they come into these big rooms, we'll talk about that. They'll bring creative ideas for things that they might want to do as a business, and we'll talk about them, and then create a value statement about what that business will have to do. But then we'll also talk about creative ways that we would market that business so that we would be able to establish the trust that is absolutely necessary in today's world. The bottom line to businesses creating relationships with customers, new customers, is the trust factor. And I've been building the value trust system for 53 years now. And so I am sure I will be able to mentor you in the right direction. And then here's the greatest piece of fun of all. For every one of those projects that we do in those markets, we will donate $7,500 to the Better Business Bureau Students of Integrity Scholarship Fund. All the projects that we do, we will donate $7,500 to the Better Business Bureau Students of Integrity Scholarship Fund. And basically what we might be doing is mentoring those folks to apply for those scholarships. That would be wonderful. That would be wonderful if we'd be able to do that. So we are ready to go. We can begin anything that I've addressed in the last 20 minutes, uh, we can get it going within 24, certainly 48 hours. Get it going. It's got to be simple, uh, and it's got to be simple. It's got to be simple, and the message has to be presented with clarity, the passion, persistence, and patience that is needed to move whatever business idea you have to move it forward. Uh, it'll work. Well, it's worked for me, and we will do whatever we can to make it work for you. So, if you're interested in a conversation with anything I've said, please email me with a time. Let me know. My email address is dleopold@davidsbarter.com. dleopold@davidsbarter.com. I'll post it in the YouTube. And if you are already a Better Business Bureau accredited business, let me know. If you need to have a triage created for you, a 10-minute triage, let me know that also so that I can plan accordingly. Thank you for your time, and let's have a lot of fun in what it is that we're trying to do, that we're not trying to do, we are doing, bringing market value, stating it, what is our market value, and building the trust factor, which is essential for any business to move the business forward. Looking forward to speaking with you soon.